Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm All Things Wrestling, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on TNA Impact Wrestling 2nd of March 2017. This is the last show before Anthem Sports Entertainment's new regime goes in effect. We kick off with Jade vs Rosemary in a last knockout standing match for the title. I'm going to mention the spots here because the match was just that good. We kick off with a woman brawling up the ramp before the match even starts. They both try the finisher, no avail. Jade unleashes a series of German suplexes, and then Rosemary answers the count. And then Jade goes for a suicide dive, gets nailed with an elbow. Rosemary uses the time to grab a weapon. They're in the ring. Rosemary is now in control. She goes for a trash can, starts hitting Jade in the face with it. As she's sitting in the corner, Rosemary sets up for a coast-to-coast drop kick. She hits it. Jade is up by 7. And now Jade's on the advantage, using a kendo stick to the back of the champion. Looked like one hell of a rough back massage, to be fair. And then she powerbombs Rosemary into the trash can. The referee starts to count, and then the champ is slow to stir. And then she gets up to 9. Jade goes to the top, but the champ missed her on the way down. Sets up for the Red Wedding, hits it. Referee starts counting. Jade's just up before 10. Then Rosemary nails Jade with the elbow and then knocks her out the ring. Rosemary follows her out with a red wedding on the floor. And then she's up by 9. The champ charges, but Jade sidesteps and pushes her into a pole. And then Jade gets some water, cleans out her eyes, drinks some, and then misses Rosemary with it. She uses a moment to powerbomb the champ onto the ring steps. And whoo, that looked painful. Sorry, painful. Where the hell did my voice go? Painful. Rosemary manages to beat the count. Jade is still on the advantage, following her up the ramp. Jade goes for the powerbomb, but Rosemary missed her again. Third Red Wedding on top of the ramp. Both women down. Rosemary is up by 9. Jade didn't make it. Rosemary retains the championship. Now, this was one hell of a match. If this was on a pay-per-view, it would have easily got an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. It was really good for an Impact. And this is Jade's last match in TNA Impact for the foreseeable future. What a match to go out on. Congratulations, both women. You were incredible. And then we see Moose backstage, and he says Cody let anger and jealousy get the best of him, and he made a big mistake when he put his hands on him. He's going out to the ring and he's got some choice words for Cody. I enjoyed that bit. Then the Expedition of Gold continues. The Hardys are in the Hardy compound. And then Matt goes, "Oh, we have Brother Nero, the beautiful Queen Rebecca, King Maxwell, and the always faithful Sir Benjamin. We are in this my personal petting zoo. We are going to spend the day together. Family is paramount, but we are here for another reason. Brother Nero, I'm going to give you a test. You now have my abilities. And we have the aforementioned Vincent van Gogh, who is here. Here's an obsolete mule, and I want you to seek him out and find him. And to test your strength." And Brother Nero's like, "Alright, brother, I will find him." I enjoyed that segment. And this is the sad realization. This is the last time I'm going to do the Broken Hardys gimmick on this episode. Jesus, that's going to be bad. And maybe WWE will have it. And then Moose is in the ring and he doesn't care who Cody is or what family he's part of because he's a big old ugly bitch. When he gets his hands on Cody, he's going to regret the day he put his hands on Moose. Cody then comes out and attacks Moose from behind. The two men brawl and then he's separated by security. Both men lay out the security and then go at it again. New security come out and pull them apart. Moose breaks through and the officials have a hard time separating these two men. Eventually the locker room needs to come involved. And then Brandy comes out and screams to her husband, "They're done! It's done! Stop! Just stop!" Cody agrees to stop, but then grabs Josh Mansfield and launches him across the ringside. I thought he was meant to be heel. That was a very face thing to do, to be fair, because he is getting really annoying on commentary this week. Moose takes the opening and gets him and dives over the top onto Cody before everyone gets separated again. It was a good brawl, to be fair. I did enjoy that. It's playing up their rivalry, which is good, and then we'll see how that continues next week, which is sad. The old regime is gone. And then James Storm and Jesse Goddard have a match. Bram and Kingston run down to ringside to distract Jesse, allowing Storm to get the advantage. The finish happened. Goddard goes for the Anadonis lock. Can't get it. Catapult Storm into the corner. Kingston runs in. Goddard tosses him out. Blocks the last call. Goes back to the Adonis lock. Storm is tapping, but Bram runs behind the referee's back and hits Jesse with a chair as Kingston is distracting the referee. And Storm hits the last call super kick for the win. I'm enjoying this feud. It's pretty good, to be fair. The match was good. Let's keep it going where it's going. And then we have an X Division title match. Trevor Lee versus Andrew Everett. Everett with a nasty Frankensteiner, but Helms distracts the referee when Everett goes for the cover. Everett goes after Helms and goes back in the ring, goes up top, goes for a shooting star press, and Lee gets his knees up, cradles Everett with a handful of titles for the win. Fairly good match. The best X Division match I've seen on this show thus far. It's got clear, concise storyline. It's got good matches, and they're not just one spot. No, it's not a spot fest, which I like. I don't mind spot fest, but when you've got 5 guys doing a spot fest, it's a lot. This was a nice, solid match, and this is what the Cruiserweight X division should be like. Then we're back in the Hardy compound where Brother Nero goes face to face with Vincent Van Gogh, who is literally a mule, obsolete apparently. He then runs into the Dalai Lama, and then he has a premonition. I've just had a premonition! We must go now! We must continue the expedition of gold. This time, we must all go to Vanguard 1. And then the 770s have teleported the Hardys to a flea market. Brother Nero says, Jefferson is something in the market of flea. Matt goes, at least we never got teleported to a bingo hall. Now they're outside with a bunch of fans deleting as they walk to the wrestling show looking for the tag team champions of this territory. Good stuff. It's a sad thing we're going to see this for the last time on TNA wrestling. I'm surprised they aired this, to be honest. I would have thought they would have edited it out with the Hardys not being there, but I am happy with it. And then we are back to the flea market where the Hardys have found the promoters and they must face for the National Tag Team Championships of the world. The promoters already have challengers who won a 60-14 tournament for the title shot and they can't take them away from them. Matt asks, what happens if they are unable to compete? And then Senior Benjamin finds the challengers, tricks them into thinking he wants an autograph and then zaps them with a taser. A flunky tells the promoters that the challengers injured said the Hardys think this is wonderful. Now we can challenge for your tag team titles. The partner says they don't have the budget to pay them, so Brother Nero gets right to the face and says, money is for marks. We do not need money. We just want your tag team championships. The promoter says that they have the match and the Hardys found the champions and informed that they are the new challengers. We go to the arena. The Hardys now challenge Torres for the MCW tag team titles. Kevin Eek threatens to knock Senior Benjamin out, but that's just a distraction because a couple of other guys who are the challengers that Senior Benjamin tased. I don't know. Bring Brother Nero out to the flea market and beat the crap out of him there while Matt gets double teamed in the ring. Oh, sorry. The people that he tasered took out Jeff Hardy. The other guys stick a trash can on Jeff's head and then get ready to bash him with chairs, but Brother Nero disappears. They look around for him and don't see Brother Nero until Benjamin walks up behind them with a fireball launcher. Jeff says this market of fleas is just about to have a fire sale. The guys went out the building with Brother Nero and Gingerbread Bears chase him while firing fireworks. Then Brother Nero comes in the ring and help Matt out. They hit poetry in motion, twist the face, one-time bomb, and then make the cover and claim another tag team championship. Rebby and King Max come in to join the party when everyone celebrates. Even Vanguard won. And the Hardy suddenly vanish while the press is taking pictures of them. I mean, this is just silly Hardy fun. I'm going to be honest. Especially that fireworks spot. It's just like, bloody hell, guys. You get so much fun and it is a laugh. And then Drew Galloway finds Moose backstage and says he knows that everyone has been saying he's trying to duck him. But he's tired of hearing that. He's been travelling around the world trying to make this title mean something. But Moose wants another shot. You can meet him out there in 10 minutes. Then we get a video package of Bryson, Sully and Ali leading to last week's wedding where they finally got together to the dismay of Marie, Laura Van Ness. And then we go to some person and then she finds Laura backstage, still in a wedding dress, still drunk and saying her daddy spent so much money and it's all ruined. The interview lady says it'll be alright and Laura starts thinking, the sun will come out tomorrow, before saying that she hates Ali and Braxton, but she insists that she's fine. I don't know where this is going, but it's going to be good. The problem is there's now no Maria. So it's going to kind of fall now, isn't it? Then we go to the Grand Championship match, Drew Galloway versus Moose. The bell rings start the first match and the trade blows. Galloway hits a big knee to the midsection. The finish happens for the first round. Drew carries Moose onto the steps and hits a Celtic cross onto the steps. Ow. Drew Galloway rolls back into the ring, but time runs out before the referee can count those out. And then the judges give the first round to Drew Galloway on a split decision. And then second round they start trading shots before Moose runs Drew Galloway over with a big shoulder block. Moose with a pop-up powerbomb and senton, followed by springboard moonsault out the corner for a 2. Drew gives Moose a Death Valley driver on the ring apron, then Moose responds with a powerbomb on the apron. They both lay out on the floor and then time runs out. Moose wins the second round on a split decision. Then they go after each other as the third round starts. They lay each other out. Drew hits another Claymore. Moose with his right up and hits a game changer. Both men are laid out as the time runs out. It goes to the judges. The first judge goes for Drew, second goes for Moose, and the third judge finally goes for Moose. The winner, a new grand champion, Moose. Makes sense because Drew Galloway's not with the company anymore. And then for the first time, the title change is on a split decision, and Josh disputes that, saying that Drew got robbed. Drew grabs the third judge by the tie, lets him go, picks up the chair and throws it all the way up the ramp. I enjoyed that bit. It was good. Match was great. Drew Galloway, I do wish you the best of luck out of TNA. Same with the Hardys. That was the last time I'm ever going to do the Broken Hardys on TNA. God damn, I'm going to have to start giving Matt Hardy tweets now, aren't I, when I do it. And then world title match, Bobby Lashley versus Josh Barnett. More of an MMA style match than an actual wrestling match. They would have been great suited for the Grand Championship, to be honest. Barnett has a wrist lock. Lashley gets through it on those right hands. Barnett fires back, knocks Lashley silly with a kick to the head. Lashley rolls over him with a clothesline, then a spear for the win. It was a fairly good match, to be fair. Josh Barnett and Lashley are both entertaining. I enjoyed it. This was a fairly good Impact, to be fair. I can't wait to see what they do next week. But for now, Impact's good. We'll have to see where they go from here. But I'm very optimistic for the future. And there's a few people that have appeared at Impact. I'm going to spoil a bit for you now. Paige. Alberto El Patron are two of the people there. ODB was there. There's one more person that was here, which I need to get the name of. Sorry about this. Where is it? I know the person. Rachel Ellering, so daughter of Paul Ellering, whatever his name is. Sorry, stupid thing. Yeah, Rachel Ellering, so daughter of Paul Ellering, who's on NXT. So yeah, there's 3 people that have appeared. I don't know if Paige was on the Impact, but she was definitely backstage. So, anyway, that was very shocking. WWE wrestler backstage at a TNA event. Someone's going to get fired. Bloody Robbie from the Highlanders got fired just for being in the crowd. Okay, anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please give it a like if you have, subscribe to see more content, and I'll catch you later.